Hello, it's Kinch, and welcome back to Barwick. In this video, I'm going to try to lay out some guidelines for you guys to figure out who you're going to attack in war. Try to keep it simple. The way I'm going to structure this video is I'm going to give you kind of the guidelines up front. If you want an extended explanation of that, I'll do that in the middle of the video, and then I am going to save a little bit of time at the end of the video to talk about what to do if you are a town hall attacking a higher town hall level base. So, for example, if you're a town hall 10 and you're trying to attack a rushed town hall 12 or 13, there are a couple considerations that you guys need to be aware of, and I will dedicate the back portion of the video to that. So, it could be that you watch like the first minute or two of this video, you get the guidelines, they make sense to you, and you are satisfied, and then you will probably want to skip to the end of the video, watch the last couple minutes, and then you could be done. If you want some additional explanation on why we have these guidelines or how they are intended to help us succeed, then pay attention to the middle of the video and I'll break the video up into all that fancy stuff. Okay, so let's just get into this. Guideline number one, check the pinned comments. I can't stress this enough. I promise I try to keep them to a minimum. I try to make them so they all fit on one page, nice and neat and pretty and all that stuff. Check the pinned comments. They will have up-to-date instructions. We usually don't have a lot of instructions in there, but it could be that we realize there is a base that needs to be picked up, and so we will put an instruction in there, or someone has given us some information we want to avoid a base for the present and we're going to come back and tackle it later, we may put that in there. So number one, check the pinned comments. Check them all the time during war. Guideline number two, and I know this is going to sound extremely silly, but please use your attacks. I know that sounds so dumb, but we've had scenarios where guys say, like, well, I wasn't sure who to attack and I didn't want to make the wrong decision, so I didn't attack anyone. We definitely don't want that. 100% of the time, it will be wrong to not use your attack. Even if you pick the wrong base or the less optimum base, it is better to have used your attack than not at all. Guideline number three, we are looking to secure 3 stars with every attack. I know not every attack is going to be a 3-star attack, but that is our goal. So if you are looking and say the bases that are kind of in your wheelhouse have all been 3-starred, and the options that you have left are these bases that are way above your pay grade and the bases that are super, super easy, I want you to take where you can get the 3 stars. Guideline number four, hold your second attacks when you can. Now, again, see guideline number two, we want you to use your attacks. So if you, for any reason you are on a tight schedule or you have a small window where you can get your attacks in, go ahead and use both of them. Make the best decision on which bases you can attack that you can. By all means, do that. But if you are able, hold on to your second attack. We may need to kind of see how the rest of the attacks go, and then we can decide if we need you to clean up a base or there's an open base that you can go 3-star or whatever. So again, if you're able, hold your attacks, but do not do that at the detriment of missing your attacks. Right. The last guideline is the one that is kind of hardest to quantify. But number five is attack near your range. Now, the range is in quotes here because it is not a well-defined area. I'm not saying it's, within 5 bases north and south of your number. It would really depend on what the enemy lineup looks like and what our lineup looks like. What we're saying that is that here in this upcoming war, we'll look at a couple examples here in the middle of the video, but in this upcoming war, the enemy bases are extremely rushed. So yes, it does look like several of our guys that are maybe in the 9, 10, 11 range could potentially 3-star their bases that are in the 4, 5, 6, 7 range. I can't remember. I don't have it right in front of me right now. While that is really cool, the problem with that is that it doesn't make sense for someone who is, say, our number 10 to attack their number 5 when it might be a little risky when we also have a number 5 who can attack that base. It just doesn't make sense to do that. So don't try. The way I like to phrase this is don't try to be a hero, and similarly, don't try to be a coward. Um, we want you taking care of the bases that are in your wheelhouse. We don't want you making a risky decision to try to 3-star base and then you don't, because now that's just a wasted attack. So I'd much rather have you confidently secure a 3-star on a lower base than to take a risky one up above. But at the same time, we don't want you going so far down that now you have left some of our lower town hall guys with nothing viable for them to attack either. So that is it on the 5 guidelines. Let's take a look at a brief example to kind of illustrate how we should go about kind of thinking about who we're going to attack. We're going to scroll down here to I think I've got K-bar right here at 23. So the K-bar account is a Town Hall 11. If I go over to the enemy side, and I'm looking for the same number, so K-bar is 23, let's go to their 23 base. That's generally where I'm going to start. So I look at this, and they are Town Hall 11. Please don't just look at the town hall level, especially in this war. The majority of their bases are extremely rushed. But if I go look at this, I see a base that is close-ish to Town Hall 11 standards. It looks like it was probably close to a max Town Hall 10, give or take. At least some of the main things are like the Inferno, the Eagle Artillery is level 2, the Infernos are level 3, the air defenses are a little bit light, and so are some of the cannons and archer towers. But other than that, it looks like mostly a reasonable, I'll say mid-grade Town Hall 11. This looks like a base that K-bar could probably and should probably be able to 3-star without too much trouble. So this would probably be a really easy. I started with my mirror. It looks like that's a base I can take, so I'm going to take it. But I also have a second attack. So the interesting thing here is K-bar is right on the bubble. If we go up here, now this is the irony. We go up here, we're actually one base higher on the pecking order. And I will tell you that this base is significantly rushed, obviously, and a lot easier than the the base right below it. So this Town Hall 12 is much easier than the Town Hall 11, with one kind of exception that I'm going to get to here at the end of the video when I talk about when you're attacking up the Town Hall level. So we'll get to that here in a second. But so this also looks like a reasonable base for K-bar to get. The most of the defenses are at the very basic level. They're all like level ones, and they do have some Town Hall 11 defenses in that they have the Eagle Artillery, but it is level 1. So I'm just going to take a quick brief look. We're gonna keep going up their pecking order. This is your Town Hall. This is another Town Hall 12. The defenses are really, really low. I assume this layout will change when Battle Day starts. But again, another base that is reasonable for K-bar to 3-star. And I could keep doing this. Most of their bases are rushed. I'm going to kind of go through, and when I get to one like this, now we're starting to be a stretch. Right here, we've got an Eagle Artillery 2. If all of these are, better expos, here's where I start to go like, is it worth it? Like, could K-bar 3-star this base? Possibly. But do I need to? I think the thing to keep in mind is if you can 3-star a base that's much higher than your area, your range, then so can some of the people that are in the range of that base. So just keep that in mind. We don't need heroes and we don't need cowards. Okay, let's talk about one more important thing. This is the thing I was saving for the end of the video, and it is really applicable here in this war because they have so many rushed Town Hall 12s and 13s that a lot of our 11s are probably going to need to attack some of those. And on the surface, it might look really straightforward and super easy. And again, I don't know that it'll be hard per se, but we do have to be careful about one thing. So at Town Hall 11, if I go and look at, we're just going to look at Eclipse's base. If I go look at this and I look at the Town Hall and I look for info, there is literally just hit points and storage and a description because this is not really a defensive structure. It's more of a storage structure. But starting at Town Hall 12, whoops, that's not how I get to a Town Hall 12, but starting at Town Hall 12, if I go and I do info on them, you'll see that there's this thing called the gigatesla, and it does damage. And this is kind of, I don't want to say it's unknown, it's not like a secret or anything, but it is deceptive, especially because the gigateslas get leveled up. So when we look at a base like, say, this one that is rushed all around, this base has a gigatesla level 4. It can target 3 different troops at the same time. It does 140 damage per second. That can add up really quickly if we're not paying attention, especially if we are like a Town Hall 11 and our troops are kind of borderline anyway. So my recommendation for a base, especially a base like this where all the other defenses are really, really low, is to bring a couple of freeze spells and freeze the town hall when you get near it, and that will help alleviate some of that. Um, but there's yet another factor that we have to consider when we're looking at Town Hall 13s. So again, if I come up here, some of these Town Hall 13s look like they are really rushed, and they are. However, again, if I come and I look at this guy's got a Giga Inferno level 4. It targets has 4 different targets, 200 damage per second, and there's this thing right here. It says damage when destroyed, and they show that here. It does 650 damage after you destroy it. So at Town Hall 11 and even Town Hall 12, it is very common to send in a Zeppelin with a bunch of balloons, and that will be effective in destroying the Town Hall. But for Town Hall 13, those balloons will not survive after that. So they'll destroy the Town Hall will implode and then blow up, and then those balloons will all fall at the exact same time. They won't survive that. Um, this grows kind of exponentially. So if we go up to here like base 7 or 8, which is these are 14 and 15. So if we look at this base 8, I don't know how upgraded his Giga Tesla is, but let's go look. So again, level 4, 265 damage per second and 900 damage when destroyed. And then the base prior to that is a 15. And if we come over here, it does 1100 damage when it's destroyed and does 300 damage per second. So again, like be aware of that. Freeze spells help, but I don't think we should have any. Hopefully, we won't need anyone who's like a Town Hall 12 or lower, or even any of our Town Hall 13s needing to attack bases 7 or 8. I think we'll be able to take care of those. So just keep that in mind when you're looking and you see that all these things are rushed. The thing that is often overlooked is that Town Hall itself. So that's why you will see people attack those progression based layouts and fail, is because they think, oh, I'll just like drop a dragon on the town hall and then that'll kill it. But then the town hall does a bunch of damage. So that is it. This video is probably so much longer than I had intended, but hopefully there's some good and helpful information in there for you. And if you have any questions, always, always, always speak up in chat and we will get you straightened out. So thanks so much. Good luck in the war tomorrow, and follow those guidelines and we will be set. Thanks so much. Peace out.